Good morning, traders. Welcome to Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. It's 7 a.m. CST. Welcome to this morning's pre-market prep. Let's take a look at the news here. All right. We've got John Williams speaking at 8 a.m. We've got Lori Logan also at 8 a.m. and Loretta Mester at 8:15. We've got factory orders at 9, jolts at 9 a.m. Let's get my mouse over there. What else we got? And we've also got some bill announcements here at 10 and 10:30. We've got Philip Jefferson at 10:45 and Mary Daly at noon. All right. So we'll take a look at yesterday's activity. This is a 5-minute chart. You are looking at the Ultra Bond, the 30-year, the 10-year, and the 5-year. So yesterday in the Ultra, popped up out of the opening range, hit an A up, made up to C up, and a little bit beyond. Then we had a swift reversal all the way back down to the bottom of the opening range, up to the top of the range, then all the way back outside of the overnight opening range low, right back through the opening range and back. Very volatile, up and down all day, up into here. Eventually around 11 a.m. in the morning, we started dropping back down, broke through the opening range high, and ended up just sort of wavering around the opening range low. In the 30-year, broke above, came back down, did not quite touch the bottom of the opening range low, and then we proceeded up. And again, 10:15, we started to slowly fall down. Never made it back to the opening range high. 5-year, broke up out of the opening range, quick reversal there at 8:15, right back down to the opening range high, back into the opening range itself, and then at 9 a.m., a huge candle straight up, followed by a peak at 10:10 a.m., and then we started just dwindled back down. Never made it back down to the opening range high. 5-year, broke above, returned, 9 a.m., steep candle, continued progressing up till 10:10 a.m., at which point we dwindled and fell back down. Take a look at our relative charts here. And yeah, a lot of volatility, a lot of crazy things going on in the world. So should be an interesting day. Got the Ultra, the 30-year, the 10-year, the 5-year, and the 2-year. All right, let's take a look at our higher time frame. Just put it over here. All right. So here we're looking at the Ultra Bond right over here. And this is the Globex session. So this little portion here includes the overnight activity. So as you can see, yesterday we put in our value towards the upper end of the range. And in the overnight activity, we are higher than that. Got a lot of big pronounced volume down here below us. A little valley just above where we presently are. There's a little bit of a peak, high volume node here at 139.20-ish. Here's the yesterday's regular trading hour session from 7:20 to 2, followed by the overnight session. As you can see, overnight session, although it's worked its way up, also very choppy. Back and down, up and down, back and forth. So let's take a look at the TPO. Opened up right here. We opened up in value and in range. Went both ways. Right here on here at the white. The white is the 11 a.m. hour, CST. And so that's about midday, and then we drop back down here, finish the day off down here below, just filling out this range. And at the moment, we are opening right up here at 139.50. So we will be opening in range out of value to the upside. ZB. Just got a lot of room up here. See how the profile is very thick here, and then it thins out up here. So we've got some good room to the upside should we decide to travel in that way. TPO is the 10-year right here. And the 10-year, we've got this super high volume node at 113.260-ish. So it'll be interesting to see once we break above that, we could have a swift push up. Keep an eye on that. And for the ZN, we'll be opening barely in range and slightly over value. ZF, sorry, I didn't mention that for the ZB. For the ZB, we're going to be opening in range and in value. So that should be, it's a ZB. Let's see here. Take a look at the ZF. ZF, again, we've got this little shelf above us. See if we're able to bust through that this morning. There's the overnight activity in the ZF, the 5-year. And TPO profile for the 5-year. Shows we are going to be opening in range and in value, and actually right around, oops, nope, it moved. Okay. Yeah, so the 5-year, we're going to be opening barely in range and over value. Look at the 2-year here, very strong area of selling here, activity here, 103.057. We could run up there, bump into that and reject, or we could push on through it. Just have to see, but in either case, a lot of activity has taken place in that area. Take a look here. It's going to be the 2-year. We're going to be opening in range and in value. Take a look at our 30-minute charts here. Here we've got the Ultra, the 30-year, 10-year, and the 5-year. So let's see here. This is yesterday, Monday. And let's see what we're at. So we're sort of, oops. Looks like overnight we went up here and we're sort of falling off here. Looks like we're putting in a little bit of a doji right here at the moment. Get a little bit of context. Here are all of our 30-minute charts. This is with the supply and demand zones by market stalkers. It's fairly busy here, but you can see up above our major areas of supplier up here in the red. We've also got this little area here we've been bouncing off. Bouncing. This is ZB. Here's the ZN 10-year, 5-year. All right, let's take a look at our overnight VWAP charts here, just to get a sense of where we're at. And I will refresh these at 7:20 a.m. when the market opens, so that my VWAP is based off the regular trading hour session. Let's zoom this out a bit here. All right. So looking at the Ultra Bond, we are presently revisiting the VWAP from the overnight session. So we popped up, we were between the first and second deviation. Once again, very volatile up and down spikes. These are super interesting to navigate. Okay, we popped back down to the VWAP here. VWAP is slightly pointed, slightly slanted up at the moment. We'll have to see whether or not support continues and we continue on up, or if it drops us down. ZB, also above the VWAP, but we just recently crossed down below the VWAP for the first time since 1:40 a.m. And we'll have to see if that holds or if we make a run down towards the first deviation. ZN came down to the VWAP, bounced up, and that back down to the VWAP, bounced up a little bit. Let's have to see what's going to happen here. ZF, similar situation. All right, let's check out our tick charts. These are 124 ticks. This kind of gives us some context. Each one has a 100-period moving average represented by its line. And as you can see, we're starting to slope down just a bit in the Ultra. Linear regression channel also slanting down just a bit. ZB, we're starting to slant down the 100-period moving average as well. ZN, 10-year, much stronger slant down. However, we still have that whipsaw back and forth chop. So we do have the 100-period moving average slanting down, and we are just now bumping into it right at the moment. So we could either consolidate around there, shoot up, or we could reject and pounce back down again. 5-year, similar back and forth. It's just a crazy time to be involved in these markets. Certainly not boring, that's for sure. Let's take a look at our price ladders here. I'm going to go ahead and mark off the overnight high. This is the Ultra over here on the left. This is the overnight point of control. I'm just going to briefly mark these areas. This is the alert column in the depth of market created by Jigsaw. Overnight low. I'm just marking off all the areas here. See, we've got yesterday's value area high, yesterday's high, all those areas marked off here. This is just a placeholder. Get rid of that. I was doing a little bit of rearranging of my charts this morning. All right. Let's take a look in the ultra. Let's scroll up and see if there's any areas of high liquidity there. We do have one here at 140.22, which is a prior value area. We've also got one here of 143 on the offer at 140.24. Moving down below, nothing crazy. All right, I will mark my overnight highs and lows later on so that I don't have to bore you with that. But let's see, just OP. Take a look in the 30-year if we see anything sticking out. Nothing up top. And down below, we do have 417 down here. I'm just going to change this to here. Overnight high from yesterday. Actually, I'll just go ahead and make this as a high. It was an overnight high. So we've got 417 on the bid at 128.01. Be interesting to see if that holds through. Should we get down that way? It could also act as a basement floor. Marking this one here as well. Overnight low. And I'm just marking these overnight highs and lows because as soon as the DOM resets at 720, we will no longer have access to this volume profile. Overnight point of control. And just noticing that the overnight low in the 10-year at 113.075 is only one tick above yesterday's point of control and one tick above yesterday's settlement. Scroll up above and see if we've got any liquidity pools here. We sure do. Overnight high, we've got a liquidity pool of 2,278 on offer in the 10-year here at 113.300. We've also got a band up here at a previous high, which is 114 even. And that's 2006 on the offer there. We've also got this area up here at 114.080. 2,220 on the offer. To keep an eye on these levels throughout the day. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Down at 113.050. In the 10-year, we've got 1,666 on the offer. Wow, 1666. Interesting. All right, take a look at the 5-year here. Mark out our overnight high. I'm going to put this here. Overnight high is 8230. Overnight point of control. And our overnight low. Let's see if we've got anything sticking out here. 772 right here at the 180. So just a couple prices above us at the moment. So that either that person's serious and they really do want to sell all those, but they want to prevent price from going up, or we will just have to see how things unfold in real time. Down below at 8,087, we've got 352 on the bid. And down at 070, we have 276 on the bid. All right. We're going to pop back over to our news. Just get this screen ready for you. Just to recap, nothing's in red here, but pretty much the way these markets have been unfolding, you got to be prepared for anything. There's so much going on in the news globally. I highly recommend that you keep your wits about you. Remain nimble. If you take on positions, just be aware that anything could happen at any given moment. At 9 a.m. we've got jolts. It's all Central Standard Time. We've got those auction bill announcements at 10:30. The 10:30 auction may actually move something. And then we've got these Fed speakers throughout the day. So just head over to Econo Day, go to the full calendar. You'll get those folks. First thing coming up is 8 a.m. John Williams speaking. So that'll be in about 45 minutes or so. And Lori Logan is speaking at the same time, followed by Loretta Mester. All right. So with that, I'll go ahead and send you on your day. I hope you have a great trading day. If you want to follow along throughout the day, maybe posting a little bit on Twitter, you find us at Equanimous Trade. And in the future, you'll be able to find us at www.equanimoustrading.com. The website is not published yet, but I'll be posting some tools on there, tools and resources for you. And hope you all have a fantastic day. Peace.